So PFF posted their NFL quarterback kryptonite, the biggest weakness for all starting quarterbacks in 2024. What do I feel like? Okay, listen. We already know what ours is going to be, okay, for Joe Burrow. It's going to be his health. Like, that's not even a question, okay? You didn't click on this video because you wanted to hear that exact answer. You clicked on this video because you know I'm going to create my own. That's how you know, okay? That's how you know you're on a First Stop Bengals video. Anyway, so, all right. Kryptonite for Joe. Ooh. See, I was going to say his hair and his eyes, but he has the short buzz cut with the blonde hair, right? So that's not a kryptonite now. His biggest kryptonite. See, I wouldn't say talking to the media, but he does a good job. He does a really good job talking to the media. His biggest problem with that is he doesn't say much. I'm gonna say his biggest kryptonite this year is probably gonna be playing the Tennessee Titans. No, the Titans was very rough last year. I'm gonna say Titans, yeah, with Brian and playing against Tyler Boyd again. I know this is based on just the quarterback, not the schedule, but I'm gonna do that because I think playing the Titans is gonna be his biggest kryptonite. Playing Brian again, also playing against Tyler Boyd. You know, I guess he's not playing against Tyler Boyd, but still. All right, so Kyler Murray, biggest weakness, pressure and middle of the field reads. Okay. You know what? No. His biggest weakness this year could be for Joe Burrow is left guard. Cordell Volson. There we go. Cordell Volson is his biggest weakness. But we're going to figure out that weakness before we start the season off. Matt Lee for the win. Kirk Cousins, passing outside the pocket. Yeah. I would say his chains should be the biggest weakness. Seeing above a steering wheel is going to be Kyler Murray's biggest weakness. The chains, actually wearing a shirt is his biggest weakness. Lamar Jackson, playoffs. Oof! PFF is not holding back, man. I know Lamar sucks in the playoffs, but that is, wow, they're just packing the punches on this one. Lamar Jackson's biggest weakness is a tummy ache. He's missed 3 games in his career due to a tummy ache. Man can't eat too much. Gets the tummy aches. Josh Allen, quarters coverage. Okay. By the way, if you don't know what quarters is, so you have a couple different defenses. You have 3-4-4-3. That's more of a, well, pretty simple here. 4 guys in the defensive line, 3 guys in the defensive line, 4 linebackers, 3 linebackers, right? That's more about shutting down the run. It's more aligned like goal line defense, short yardage situation. When you're kind of in the red zone, that's when you're going to come out in more of a 3-4-4-3 defense. Nickel's defense is more defensive backs on the field. So the higher defense you get, the more defensive backs on the field. Quarters is the most. Quarters, I believe, is 4 defensive backs. Nickels is 3, but it's also somewhat to shut down the run. You go 3-4-4-3. Quarters is just more of a coverage defense. It's more cornerbacks on the field. It's less linebackers. So you might only have in a quarters 3 linebackers in the middle, maybe a 3-man rush, and the rest of them as corners. So pretty much what they're saying here is his biggest weakness is having to go against a lot of cornerbacks on the field because then he throws the duck, they mess up, they give interception, or if he takes off running, corners are going to be able to track down Josh Allen a lot better than safety linebackers will. A nickel defense, you have more linebackers on the field. 3-4-4-3, you're the most. So with that being said, okay, Bryce Young. Oh, whoa, okay, well, actually, mine is Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt is Josh Allen's biggest weakness. Carolina Panthers Bryce Young, pressure and reading left. The American Pacer test. Caleb Williams, nail polish. Generating own pressure and sacks. This is something that they actually said after his first preseason game, is he goes for the home run ball way too much. He's trying to make plays every single time he hikes the ball. And again, I've said this many times, the amount of talk about him, the amount of hype around him, it makes perfect sense why he does it, because if you were talked about and hyped up as much as he is, you would try to go for the home run ball every single time and try to make it play every single time, because that's kind of what it comes down to, right? So it does make perfect sense why he is, again, he generates his own pressure and sacks because he's trying to make crazy plays. He'll learn very quickly in the NFL. Players are way too fast for that. Players are way too good for that. If you try to make a home run play every single play, you're going to end up hurt, or you're going to end up throwing a lot of interceptions because you're going to try to force things. So he'll learn that over time. Nail polish, though, is his biggest weakness. Joe Burrow, we already talked about it, playing when injured and staying healthy. Yep. Cleveland Brownies, Deshaun Watson, massage table. Reading right. Honestly, it should be staying healthy for him as well. Dak Prescott, playoffs. No, I'm gonna stick with the playoffs as well. I think that's a pretty accurate one. Bo Nix, Denver Broncos, biggest weakness, generating positive throws. My biggest weakness for him is Brandon Perna and the curse wheel. Brandon Perna's curse wheel is his biggest weakness. Jared Goff, mobility under pressure. Ooh, Dan Campbell's alter ego. Jordan Love, avoiding negatives. Aaron Rodgers' curse is his biggest weakness. Houston Texans, on-target accuracy. Stephon Diggs' diva show. That's his biggest weakness. Anthony Richardson, avoiding negatives. I think his biggest weakness would be injuries, right? Yeah, probably. Oh, no. Losing your job to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco behind him is his biggest weakness. Trevor Lawrence, decision-making under pressure. Trying not to be the most overpaid quarterback to ever see nothing successful-wise. I don't know. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, getting out of the rhythm unnecessarily. Jamar Chase is his biggest weakness. Gardner Minshew, pressure. Uncle Rico is his biggest weakness. Throwing short of the sticks, Justin Herbert. Pixar making a movie called Herbo Fully Loaded, like Herbie Fully Loaded, but it's about Justin Herbert's life. Matthew Stafford, actually, honestly, Jim Harbaugh is his biggest weakness. Matthew Stafford, mainly because Jim Harbaugh, he was the coach of Michigan, and all they did in Michigan is hand the ball off. That's why J.J. McCarthy is so heavily scrutinized. It's because all they did was hand the ball off in that offense. So it's very similar to that. Matthew Stafford, cover one. I think his offensive line got a lot better, but I still think that's his biggest weakness. Tua, the fourth quarter. I would say December. I wouldn't even say the fourth quarter. I'd say December is his biggest weakness. J.J. McCarthy. Wow, that's very... Yeah, we're just going to skip past that one. He's hurt. Drake May, passing outside the pocket. My thing would be Jacoby Brissett, because he's the starter. Derek Carr, middle of fields reads. Forgetting... Wait, no. His biggest weakness is the movie, Dude, Where's My Car? Daniel Jones, accuracy. His biggest weakness, in my opinion, is Daniel Jones. The vanilla Michael Vick, I love him. New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers, biggest weakness, conspiracy theories. Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, coming off his first read. My biggest, I would say, is Eagles fans with double D batteries. D-volt batteries. Pittsburgh Steelers, Russell Wilson, first read throws. I would say his biggest weakness is Mr. Unlimited. Brock Purdy, the Glock. Avoiding negatives, yeah. Late slash money downs, Geno Smith. I would say somehow you're still a starting quarterback in the NFL, bro. You got no negatives. Baker Mayfield, play action passing. Ooh. The mustache. Will Levis, accuracy. Calvin Ridley's contract. Jaden Daniels, taking too many sacks. His biggest weakness, RG3. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Who dey?